What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to overall talk on something real quick. I kind of was talking on it a little bit in my my last podcast episode on the whole GEEK situation, because it did leave me a little annoyed, and I was like, I wanted to celebrate my birthday in the way that I wanted to celebrate it, but couldn't really do that. Like, I'm trying to be a responsible adult, not overall do things or put myself in a situation where I'm like, okay, like, now I'm struggling. So anyways, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll wait. I'll be patient and stuff. But I am going to be petty about it, because I'm saying, man, like, if it had been the other way around where I was doing that to them, they had been feeling the same way. So that's why I'm like, before people want to be all quick to judge and say this and say that and do this and do that, you put yourself in my shoes. You just did some sort of work, but you didn't get paid for it, or you're not getting paid on time. You're going to trip about that. Anybody's going to trip about that. I'm patient to an extent, but I'm like, hey, yo, it gets to a point where I'm like, hey, what's the hold up? Like, I'm saying, like, I just, like, I remember at my old job, they did some stuff like that. I remember they only paid me a little bit of money, and I was like, wait a second, hold on, time out. I done killed it at this cafe. Why am I not getting paid enough money on time? Why am I having, and I remember, like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what overall happens. But at some point in time this week, I'm gonna need that money, all right? So, anyways, but I'm like, my thing was like, it wasn't like a situation like how it is with SeatGeek. SeatGeek, they'll pay you like, they usually pay you like once, like in the beginning of every month. They may pay you like, it really just depends. Like, they're like maybe at some halfway point in the month. But thing is like, fam, like, it shouldn't be delayed. And I'm like, I don't even know what this other check is going to be like, because I should be getting another check after this one. And I'm like, is this one going to be delayed too? I'm saying, like, that type of stuff shouldn't be happening. I'm like, fam, like, because my thing is this. Look, I went and did promotion things for them on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I've made videos. Like, I've done a lot of promotion for these guys. I brought in a lot of people to these guys' website, And I'm like, my thing is like, and I love doing that. I love helping people. That's my thing. I am big on helping people. So at any given point in time, if I can help a person, I would have been, my thing is this. If it would have even been a situation where I wasn't getting paid and I'm still just helping people, I still would have done it. People know me. People know how big I am on helping people. But if I can take an opportunity where I'm going to get paid from this, I will take that opportunity in a heartbeat. That's just facts. All right? But anyways, I'm like, it's just stuff like that. I'm like, man, it's messed up. But anyways, so no, that's what I overall wanted to talk on. Was on like how to be a good boss. That's what this podcast episode is going to be about. 3 minutes is just, me talking on this SeatGeek, more on this SeatGeek situation. But no, this whole episode, it's going to overall be about how to be a good boss, because I will be using one of the bosses at my old job as an example, and just overall what I would do to be a good boss, because I feel like that and then just overall, like, with what I've heard from like friends and family and stuff on the bad bosses that they've had, because I'm like, that bad boss stuff like that exists. And that's why I'm like, look, if you don't want it where you gonna have to like go out, hire a new employee here and there, or like give a reason for an employee to like not be on time and to be late and all, because I feel like a lot of times that stuff has to do with the bosses, the work environment, all of that. So I'm like, my thing is this, as a boss, okay, of whatever location or company or whatever you doing, in order to have a good working environment, you got to step up and be a boss, bruh. You can't be like, oh, well, I'm just going to, just wait and just, just let them handle. Because I feel like when stuff like that happens, when a bad work environment, like, because my thing is this, I know people will ask me like, well, what would I do to make a good work environment? I'm like, I'm letting that person know right from the jump, okay? Look, getting into this place, You don't have to chill with these people like after work. You ain't gotta talk with them. You ain't gotta add them on social media. You ain't gotta follow them on social media. But when we come here, okay, it's all about positivity. If you are not a positive person, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go. But it's like, you come here, I want you to be sharing laughs with people. I want you to be making memories. I want this to be a place where you're like, I want to come here. I want to. And I know there was at one point in time when I was working at that cafe, I was like, no, I want to go to work today. I want to, because I'm like, man, it's dope people there and stuff. So anyways, I'm like, I want to go. And then it's like, we don't have those guys there. Then it's like, well, dang, like, it's kind of messed up. And then that was another thing where it's like, I really don't like that, was when they had switched me to like different locations. So I'm like, look, I'm gonna be a positive person regardless. I'm always gonna do that. I'm always gonna be cool and chill with people. But that's the thing. I'm like, I don't like when I get switched to a different location, because I'm like, bro, I don't know these people here. Like, they quiet. I'm not a quiet person and stuff. And I'm like, I want to talk with them, but they ain't really. It's like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, don't put an employee in a situation that they don't want to be put in. Like, ask them, are they comfortable with doing that? Most likely, because they see, my thing is this. There was the original boss that hired me, and if he were to approach me and be like, hey, you want to work at the different location today, I'm down 100%. Like, anything to help you out today, I'm 100% down for that. That's a good, like, boss and employee. Like, and that's one person where I'm like, hey, yo, like, if I wasn't doing this, like, content creating stuff, and I had to, any job that he would have went to, I'd been like, bro, I want to work for you. I want to work for you. This guy, I think from what I last heard, he moved to California. I would have legit moved to California just so I can work with this man. Like, that's how much of a good boss that he was. This dude, he was like, he was supportive of me, like, in YouTube and content creating and stuff. I remember there was a day where we were cleaning after work. This dude was legit, had his headphones in. I'm thinking, oh dang, he don't want to be bothered. So I'm like, you know what, I respect that. Going over there wiping the counters and stuff. I'm like, dang, I gotta ask this man a question. So I'm walking up to him. I kid y'all not. He's sitting there watching. He's listening to one of my YouTube videos, watching. And I go up to him and ask him a question. He holds his phone up. It's me. It's one of my reaction videos. And I'm like, hey, yo, this dude's chilled. I like this man. This man's chilled. I'm like, he's honestly, I was like, I know, because if it wasn't for him, I probably would have quit that place after a week. Like, because that place, I was like, nah, I can't work here no more. I'm like, this place is horrible. I'm like, I'm just out here I'm like arguing with people left and right. I'm like, these customers is like testing me and things. I'm like, man, I was like, that place was crazy at times. But nah, he definitely was the main reason why I stayed at that place. He's like the main inspiration on why I worked so hard at that place. Like, there's at times where these guys had me doing stuff and I'm like, I will see y'all doing this. I've never seen you guys do any of this. You're setting me up for this, because it's like, oh yeah, we know that Tyler would do it and stuff. And I'm like, man, that type of stuff where it's like you're using and abusing your employees, an employee ain't going to want to be bothered with that place no more. Most likely they're going to quit. That's why it's like if an employee ups and quits over it, because I'm like, no, I remember how that happened with this one cook. This cook, they had this man doing the most. They had him working from like breakfast to doing all these, like, from prepping up lunches. Like, they had him doing like multiple chef jobs while he was just like only a cook. Like, he wasn't like, he didn't have like that chef position, but he might as well have been a chef. Like, this man was, oh my God, like, this man was doing the most, and it was crazy. I remember he quit and he started just doing his own thing. And then I remember them guys, I think they tried to like contact him, and he was all like, don't ever contact this number again. I'm like, oh, he's serious. Like, he made sure of it. He was just like, hey, yo, don't y'all ever contact me again. So I'm like, yeah, it all makes sense. Because I'm like, no, it's like these guys, you're just using these employees and just like straight abusing your power. And it's like, bruh, people ain't going to want to work around somebody like that. And then it's like, then the crazy thing about it, it's like there's times where it's like an employee would be sick. I remember there's one of my friends, they used to work there. She was sick one time. and them, or actually it was, well, I mean, it was the last time, because it was like after that she ended up quitting. But they were so like, oh, if you take the day off, then you ain't gonna get paid. Stuff like that, that's not gonna slide. You can't tell an employee that, because they gonna be like, all right, you know what, that's fine, y'all ain't gonna have to pay me. They're like, really? You gonna take the day off and not get, oh, that's more money for us? And then they're gonna just be like, well, I quit. And then, yeah, she ended up finding, she was working part-time at another place, but then she ended up getting a full-time position there, and I think she still works there till this day. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, I've been to her place before. I've been to her place actually quite a few times to just visit with her. And her job, I'm like, hey, yo, like, I will work here. You know, like, it's right up my alley and stuff. I would definitely, hands down, work here. I remember I was the boss, like, that worked there and stuff. Me and him, we were I think we were cool. I remember we had like a cool interaction. That seemed like that was a dope boss. But no, it's like these guys, like, they be doing like things on the side while they're at that place. So I'm like, I could have definitely been doing some YouTube videos while I had been there. But I know people, they have been, I can see right now, it's like, because it was a public like place, like anybody could go in there and stuff. And overall, like, yeah, she I already know for a fact, I'm like, I definitely been doing that YouTube. I mean, I gave them a reason to have people come through the place, so it probably would have been right up my alley to work there and stuff. But no, I was like, I'd rather just go and you know, just do my YouTube stuff while I'm at home. I'm like, I don't mind working at that place. Actually, if I was like, YouTube wasn't working out, probably would have ended up applying at that place. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, don't ever put your employee in a situation where you're giving them a choice on whether they want to keep their job or quit. Like, especially if it's over some petty stuff like them being sick. If they are sick, they are sick. I'm like, that's why I never took any days off. I never took any days off. My thing is like, okay, if I'm sick, I just gotta go to this Bartell's drug and medicine store and go get me some medicine. Go get me some medicine, make myself, you know, feel more alive, wash my hands, make sure everybody else is safe. But yeah, I was like, bro, there was days I was going there sick and pain, misery, like, you know, like, overall dealing with the most. And I'm like, bruh, I shouldn't even be here. That's why I was like, every time when I got on them buses to head back home, the best days, honestly, the best days is when it was cold outside, it was raining, okay, and not raining too hard, okay. This is just my ideal, like, so it's sprinkling outside. It ain't full blown raining. It don't really start raining that bad until I got on the freeway, all right. So that's when it starts raining bad. But anyways, it's raining, sprinkling, but once I got on the bus, they just start pouring down rain. Traffic is just crazy, but guess what? My headphones are fully charged. My phone is fully charged. I got thousands of songs to listen to on Spotify. The seats are just kicked back. I'm wearing my hood because I'm like, there be at times when them buses be kind of like, you know, like vibrating and shaking a little bit too much. So it kind of like makes you like bump your head a little bit. But guess what? I'm wearing a hoodie. So I just slap that hoodie on and I just be sitting there just laid back, just asleep. Oh my God. Those used to be the days, bruh. I'm telling you, I just want to take a trip to Seattle just so I can fall asleep on the bus. Like, that's honestly what I want to do, because I'm like, them are the best naps. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, this is what y'all need to do. Get on your, like, get on a bus. Go anywhere. Take you a nap. Get off that bus. Go across the street to the bus stop to take you right back to your living spot. Get on that bus. Take another nap. I'm telling you. Honestly, it's a life. All right, that is a life. That is honestly the reason why I was like, I like working in Seattle, because of them naps and stuff. But man, but it's like, then, you know, then another thing, it's like, you know, if your employee needs help, don't sit in the office all day. Don't be that person. Do not be that person where you're like, oh, I can't help my employee because they're an employee and I'm the boss and I'm supposed to be doing boss stuff. No, like, my thing is this. Do your boss things. I ain't saying that you shouldn't do your boss things. But, like, if I need help, my guy, you need to come out and help. Like, the fact that there's, like, people that's, like, coming in and helping and they don't even need to be helping, like, I'm saying there is like the one boss that worked at my old job where it was like I don't think he believed in helping. Like, honestly, I'm trying to think, like, I don't think there might have been like rare occasions rare occasions that this man came out and helped. Okay, now I'm not saying that he was a bad person. I'm pretty sure at heart he was a good person. All right, I ain't gonna take that away from him. I'm pretty sure at heart, okay, he was a good person. But being a boss, I'ma just flat out admit it. Okay, you can tell that he was new to being a boss at an establishment like how it was at my place. Cause I'm like, bruh, like I understand that you are new to this, okay, but you're older than me. All right, and I know how to act more like a boss than you do. Like it was crazy because employees honestly would come up to me and ask me questions about stuff rather than asking him. So I'm like, bruh, the fact that I would turn so this and honestly, and I think I've talked on this before. Like, so let's say if it was like a busy day, right? Busy day, short staff on the in the cooking area of the cafe, short staff for being the dishwasher, short staff for being the cashier. So guess what I'm doing? I'm doing cashier work. Then if I have some free time, then I might wash some dishes. Then if the cooks need help prepping some food, I'm helping them with that. I remember there was a day, and I remember it was the one cook. He always liked to crack jokes with me. He always liked to, but there was the one day where even he hadn't noticed that I was doing a lot. So there was a day where they were short staffed with the cook. A cook hadn't showed up for breakfast and stuff. So what was the boss doing? He's in the office just doing whatever. I suit up before I even was supposed to suit up. I suit up, okay, because I showed up to work early. I showed up to work early every single day. So I suited up. I helped these guys fold up burritos. Then the dishwasher didn't show up. So guess what I did? I helped out on the dishes. And then of course I had to do my cashier duties. So I went ahead, did my cashier duties. And I'm helping out. And then I know that there's days where the it was like he was like the oven chef. Like he'll do like cook up like some pizzas or some like other like other like oven dishes and things like macaroni and cheese or some stuff like that. And so there was a day I remember where he needed help on that. So I remember there was at one point in time, it was like I was helping him out every single day where I got used to it, because I'm like, okay, my thing is this. I may not be a boss, but I'm going to be out here making boss moves. I'm going to help this cook out because guess what? He needs my help. So I'm like, I ain't going to put him in a situation where I'm like, oh, sorry, can't help you. I'm like, no, if you need help, you look me clean in my eyes and be like, hey, yo, bro, I need your help real quick. Can you do this? I'm like, all right, just let me know what you want me to do. Let me know where the stuff is at. I got you. All right. So I helped him out. I remember I helped him out. It's probably like a week, 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half or something like that. Helped him out, no problem. He was all like, he was happy that I was helping him. It got to a point where I got used to helping him. I was just like, all right, you know what? Let me do my things. Hurry up, do that. Go over, help him out. It got to the point where I was doing that. Then I'm like going over to other locations, helping out people, going like and being at my location, helping out people. My thing is this. That's what bosses do. Okay? Bosses help. They put you in a spot where you want to keep coming back. All right? So my thing is like, if you want to know how to be a boss, whatever your employees they want, okay? I'm saying you ain't gotta like bend over backwards for people. You ain't gotta do stuff that you're uncomfortable with. But when it gets to a point where your employees are uncomfortable and they're contemplating on whether they want to stay at this place or not, that's when you're not acting like a boss. When you noticing your employees are quitting, there's people that was working there for literally a day, bruh, one day. There is employees that work there for maybe a week. Couple weeks. They worked there to just get one paycheck and they were good. They were gone. And I'm like, bro, like that's how it is? Like that's how it's really gonna be? Alright. I mean, I can't no, I remember there was a time where this cook, he showed up to that place for one day. We walked them around. I remember we cracked a couple of jokes. After that dude was gone and I was all like, oh wow. He ain't showing back up. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, hey, I'm like, he probably has his reasons. So, anyways, but yeah, that's what I'm like, you gotta when you doing these jobs, you can't be doing these jobs where it's like you setting people up to where they ain't even want to come back there no more. So it's like you want to be a boss, and it's like you gotta act like one and stuff. Y'all need advice. I will do a part 2. I'm saying, reach out to me, ask me some questions and stuff. You are like, hey, can you talk about this in your next podcast? Hey, you can reach out to me on Twitter. Reach out to me on Twitter at TMossBoss. and I will kindly do a podcast episode helping y'all out on your boss activities, okay? But I'm just saying, I don't call myself TMossBoss for no reason, all right? So, because I be out here acting like a boss. Like, I'm not saying that to say it as a joke. I'm being dead serious about it. People come to me and they want help, I'm going to help them out. I'm like, because my thing is like, a person comes to me and they ask me for help. That, in this point in time, they're in my territory. They're in my cafe. They're on my ship. So I'm like, I got to be the captain. So I'm like, I'm saying, like, I'm being dead serious about that. People come to me for help. I'm like, I'm going to help them. I ain't going to put them in a situation where I'm like, oh, I can't help you. You're a boss. You got to do it on your own. Like, nah. I'm like, I'm straight up, I'm pretty much, I'll get to a point where I'm doing it for them. I'm like, okay, learn from this. Do it, but do it times 10. All right? So, but anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow, subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. They're a little bit delayed on paying me, so yeah, but still use it because I'm like, it still works, it still helps and stuff. So, but anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.